Hey everyone, it's Cheryl Bassett, your family connection coach, and today I have a question. So, what are three things that no matter what life throws at you, these would solve it? Okay, it might be a little overstated, but my husband is a chiropractor, and in his office he has a sign that says, "No matter what problems you face in life, these three things can solve it," and they are diet, exercise, and communication. I don't know if it's 100% true, but it's pretty close to being true. So obviously we're going to focus on the communication piece of that, because I know that the families that get that, the families that understand how important that communication is, they have built that foundation that allows them to get through any storm. And it made me think about something I had heard a really long time ago as part of a Dale Carnegie class. And for those of you that are younger, maybe you don't know who Dale Carnegie is, but he wrote How to Win Friends and Influence People. But he also wrote a book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. In this book, there's a passage that has always just resonated with me, because it talks about this big tree, right? That's the foundation. It's the pillar of strength. And I always think of an oak tree, because when I was growing up, we had this huge, beautiful, I think it was the most perfect oak tree ever in my backyard. And I used to just love to sit under it, because there was just this energy that came from it. So this story really resonates with me on a couple of levels, but I want to share it. It's really a quick passage, but I'm going to read it just because I haven't memorized it, but I'm going to read it to you. But I think you'll get the point of what I'm trying to make. On the slope of Long's Peak in Colorado lies the ruin of a gigantic tree. Naturalists tell us it stood for some 400 years. During the course of its long life, it was struck by lightning 14 times, and the innumerable avalanches and storms of 4 centuries thundered past it. It survived them all. In the end, however, an army of beetles attacked the tree and leveled it to the ground. The insects ate their way through the bark and gradually destroyed the inner strength of the tree by their tiny but incessant attacks. A forest giant, which age had not withered nor lightning blasted, fell at last before beetles so small that a man could crush them between his forefinger and his thumb. I think sometimes in our families, right, when we don't address the issues or we don't have that foundation in place, it's all those little things. And if you've listened to my stuff, you know that I am always saying that if you can't talk about the little things, how would you ever sit down and talk about the big things? But all those little things add up to a big thing, right, when they're not addressed. So today, this message of, the foundation that you're building for your family, because you know what, the storms will come, because that's life. And when we have that foundation in place, when we know how to support one another, how to trust in one another, how to seek to understand one another, when we have that, it won't matter what storm you face. You'll already have that foundation in place that allows you to get through it, and to get through it in a way that honors everybody in the process. So become that oak tree, but don't allow the beetles to attack from within. You know what that means? That means having sometimes those conversations that aren't always fun, connecting with your family. If this sounds like something that you feel like is getting missed in your family right now, that there's a lot of these underlying issues that just aren't being addressed, I would say proactively find some solutions. And if you want to, tap into the 4 secrets that I share, because they give you that foundation. If you're in the middle of a crisis, it's really hard to do that in that moment. But if you can take a step back from that and proactively put some things in place so that the next time the storm does come, you will be ready.